Hi, this is Skoggit, and it's time for story time with Skoggit. And today's story is how to know if someone's a real Texan. Before we get started on the story, of course, like I do every time, I crack myself open an ice cold Lone Star and pour it in the glass so we can get started here. When you tell a story down here in Tornado Alley, Texas, you gotta have an ice cold Lone Star. This is stemming back a while back when a friend of mine came to visit, and he brought a friend of his which was from up north. I'm thinking he might have been around maybe the New York State region, up that way. And we got sat down, and my friend and his friend, we sat down and of course drank a ice cold Lone Star. They can't get it up there, so that was a treat for him. But as we were sitting around, he asked me, he says, Skoggit, how can you tell if someone's a real Texan? And I gave it a little bit of thought, and I came up with 15 questions what a person would ask themselves to find out if they were a real Texan or not. And this is what I came up with. Number one, ever drive the county roads to see the wildflowers celebrating spring? What we have down here, we have wildfire flowers, which they're kind of blue in color, and they spread out. They're just wild. They're just wild, and they spread out. And when you're driving down like the country roads or county roads, and you can see them out there, it's just really nice view. It's just really, I'd say, breathtaking, because you see them waving out there, and they're just blowing in the wind, and it's a really pretty sight. I might have to make a video on that and show you what I mean sometime. Number two, you have Bluebell ice cream in your freezer and an extra half gallon as a backup. Bluebell ice cream is to me, it's the world's best ice cream. Get down here in Texas, of course, the creamery where they make it is in Brenham, Texas. And they do ship out to states. You can order it online. I'm not endorsing them in any means, but they are a fantastic ice cream. It's just, if you never had it, if down here in Texas, Bluebell is just the cream of the crop, as they say. But if you ever get a chance to taste Bluebell or get Bluebell, it is just fantastic. It tastes almost homemade. I mean, it's that good. Number three, do you feel Southwest is the national airline in Texas? Southwest Airlines is, we have a Southwest that runs from Dallas, and it runs around Texas, and goes some other places. And it's a Southwest Airlines. That's they're kind of like a Texas thing. Number four, do you feel a gnawing sadness when you leave the state and upburst in joy when you return? I do whenever I'm leaving the state of Texas and I'm driving and I see you're leaving Texas, and entering another state. It's just, it don't feel right to me. It's like I'm leaving, and whenever I'm returning and I see that sign, "Welcome Texas," and I get a joy about me, and I know that I'm back home where I need to be, and everything is just kind of hard to understand. It's a Texas thing. Number 5. Ever had beef enchiladas on the San Antonio Riverwalk and a chicken fried steak in Abilene, Texas with cream gravy? I've had both. Been on the Riverwalk and had beef enchiladas, and I also had a chicken fried steak with cream gravy in Abilene, Texas when I passed through there. So I've done both. Number 6. Ever take a date to eat at Dairy Queen? Done that several times. Dairy Queen is like in Texas, they're everywhere. They're like kind of like a Tasty Freeze, if you don't know what a Dairy Queen is. It's just a place to get burgers, hot dogs and such, and milkshakes, and not bad food. It's really good food, and yes, I have taken dates to Dairy Queen back when I was in my youth. Ever drive through the gritty haze of a West Texas dust storm? You never done that. You haven't. You can't call yourself a real Texan. The thing is down here we have dust storms and sandstorms. The wind will blow 70, 80 miles an hour. You can't see hardly outside. The whole sky is brown, just nasty, and you got dirt coming in your house, and it just somewhat we live with down here in Tornado Alley, Texas. It's just like been just get used to them. I mean, we go out and do what we need to do. Sometimes gets so thick that you can't see like the car in front of you. I mean, that blows that strong. And like I say, the winds kick up to 70, 80 miles an hour during that time. And it just straight just blowing dust in there, and it's just really annoying, but there's nothing we can do. Number 8. Ever been caught in the Blue Northern by on the Atlanta Estacado? Do that all the time. If you don't know what a Blue Northern is, it's also called a Texas Northern. And what it is it's a band of heavy thunderstorms with the cold front pushing through. It's cold front pushing a band of heavy thunderstorms through the Llano Estacado and West Texas. We call them Blue Northerns due to the fact that the whole sky is dark blue. It's just solid dark blue, producing these heavy thunderstorms and heavy rain. Somewhat I live for down here. I love the storms, and it's just in fact I wouldn't want to live nowhere else. This is a place where I'm going to stay, and I'm happy here, and lived here all my life, and it just it's indescribable. If you've never been caught in one of these thunderstorms, it's just a remarkable feeling to someone who's never been in one of these. It perhaps be scary. I don't know what's going on, but if you live down here, it's just a routine. It becomes a way of life. Let me tell you. Number 9. Ever owned an old pickup that you knew was out of oil because it wasn't leaking any? Come to mind and thought of this one due to the fact that I own a 1960 Chevrolet pickup, and I was driving it, and well, it leaked oil because it needed a engine overhaul, but it was leaking oil, pretty good. And I got to a store somewhere. I got there and looked down and noticed there was no oil leaking, so I said, wonder what's up. I opened the hood, checked the oil, there was none. I ran it completely dry. Went across the street to an auto parts store, bought me a couple gallons of oil, come back, poured it in, and drove it home. So those old trucks are hard. They're really they're hard to tear up. I mean, it's kind of, you got to really put some effort in to mess up the engine in one of those. Nowadays, you run it without oil, or you run it like a quart low, and boom, you're got lights coming on and everything. Back then, you didn't have any lights. You just had oil. I think it had oil pressure light or something. But whenever that come on, I usually ignored it and kept right on going because I knew it wasn't going to mess anything up. Number 10, ever two-stepped in a dance hall, smelled of sawdust, dancing to a Willie Nelson song. Done that several times. Used to go out to the dance halls. I don't do that no more. Got older and wiser, and I stay out of them because there's too much trouble in them now. Back in the day, you could go out and have a good time. Nowadays, you go out, you're just looking for trouble, and so I stay out of them. But back in the day, used to go out and they'd put sawdust on the floor, and you go two-stepping and just have yourself some time. Number 11, when America the Beautiful plays, you think about Texas. I do that all the time. Every time I hear America the Beautiful, I think about the places in Texas where I've been, stuff what I've done, and everything. Number 12, do you cheer for the Bronco rider and running back equally? I do. When you go to a rodeo and you got that Bronco rider up there, or bull rider, you're cheering for him just as you're cheering for the running back on a football team. And it's just a great feeling to be able to do that, lead someone on to a good victory. And if you've never been to a rodeo, then you need to go to one sometime. Number 13, do you love a second helping of Frito pie under the Friday night lights? And I do. Go watch high school football, and I'll eat myself a Frito pie, and halftime I'll get me another one, and so that's 2 Frito pies I'll be eating that night. But I love the high school football, and my grandson's plays high school football, which makes it even more exciting. And it just down here in Texas, you take the high school football. We take it just as serious as pro. Like some people take the pro serious. Down here in Texas, we take our high school football serious. And all the teams are great. Even if you have a losing team, well, you're still great. And that's why everybody looks at it down here. Number 14. Do you own more than one? Do you own more than one gun? I think in Texas everybody owns a gun. If not one, they own more than one, and I own several, and all my friends own several, and we carry them on us because we got the proper clearance to do so with the concealed carry and open carry. Yeah, I think everybody carries a gun down here. And number 15, do you consider Lone Star the national beer of Texas? That's a dumb question to ask me because I drink Lone Star faithfully, and it is the national beer of Texas. And Lone Star is the best beer ever made, and that's my opinion. And I endorse this comment. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I'll have more videos coming, and this was just kind of a fun video put together since I had my retina surgery, and thought I'd come up with something pretty unique. And hope everybody enjoyed this. Leave a comment if you did, leave a comment if you didn't, and I'll have more videos coming. This is Skoggit. Appreciate all you viewers and subscribers out there, and I'll have more Storytime with Skoggits coming, and y'all take care.